Well, it seems that the story about the phony story about the nuclear warheads being smuggled by a Chinese cargo ship sunk by the Russians originated from an obscure source which you can find by clicking on the story on the website Environmentalist Against War. And they do indicate, as shown here, if you pause this video and enlarge the screen, that they're associated with Barbara Lee. And I remind you that Barbara Lee is the former Chief of Staff of Ron Dellums, Congressman from California, who opposed Ronald Reagan in regard to efforts to oppose worldwide communism. And greetings to my 5 subscribers. This is my attempt to alert you to the very high probability that there is a disinformation network seeking to confuse Americans and seeking to infiltrate American groups, political organizations, movements, and spread confusion. And in this instance, my attention was focused on a video which appeared to be a wild, blatant lie about a nuclear warhead being smuggled into Seattle. The video description reads like this: Russian military analysts, who are they? Who we don't know, reported today the Coast Guard was forced to sink a Chinese cargo ship called the New Star, bound for U.S. port of Seattle. There's no evidence or reason to suspect that it was bound anywhere. However, a cargo ship did refuse orders to stop. There is no evidence to even suspect that anybody even imagined that it was carrying a nuclear warhead. This is nothing but an attempt to grab attention. This is sensationalism. This is what you find on the cover of those tabloid magazines at the checkout lines in supermarkets. A Chinese vessel was sunk because it left port in the midst of a dispute over a load of rice. The owner of the boat ordered the captain to just leave, and the Russian authorities, border patrol, got the Russian Navy involved. The ship would not stop, and one way or another it sank. But I'm focused on the individuals who created this bogus story about the nuclear warhead in Seattle. See, all that is made up out of thin air. The story was picked up by a couple of sources, one of which is Environmentalists Against War, EAW, Environmentalists Against War, and they proudly give their names and organizations with which they are associated.